there were times when he really believed that he was somewhere else, and he believed that we were other people. So we don't know what it was to this day. All we knew was that it was scary. It was scary to see a parent going through that, and it was scary to see what he could do to us, and and the neighbors and other people. My dad was absolutely mobile. He drove when he was going through these episodes. He would walk the neighborhood when he was going through these episodes. He would go shopping. He would go to get gas. He did everything that everyone else did, but he was going through an episode. And that is a scary, dangerous thing, going through all that. He's gotten aggravated assault in grocery stores and gas stations when he couldn't get his way. There's been plenty of altercations with the police, and they never got it right. They would always say that he was on PCP or that he was drunk or something like that. And later on, they would like say, we don't know what the heck he was doing. But my dad never drank. He never smoked. He never did any drugs. And he was pretty straightforward. He was very, very conservative, and his morals and ethics were just like through the roof. I've never met anybody with morals and ethics like him. My dad saw the world as a world that was all about him. Everything that happened was about him. If somebody says something on TV, they're saying it because he said it. If somebody buys a new car that lives in Kentucky, he says that they bought that car because they knew that he wanted a car like that, or so there was this there was always this, my dad thinking that everybody does everything for or in spite of him, and you start to believe these things, after years and years and years and years of being around that. There comes a point where you just go, really? Is that true? Or you try and believe it because, this is your father, and you want your father to be normal, and you want him to be just like everybody else. So you start to believe the things that he says. It's like he tells you to go in the bathroom, to listen to the sink, to see if they're saying something, and look outside the window to see if that wire is connected to the neighbor's house because they're listening to us. It's like, pick up the phone. Can you hear the person on the other end talking to you? And you do all these things, and you actually sit there and you try and believe that it's true. You try and believe that it's true, and at one point you almost feel that you heard a voice on the other end, and then he asks you, did you hear it? Did you hear it? And you go, yeah, I heard it, but you didn't, and I know I didn't hear it. And maybe it's just to appease my dad so he doesn't look like he's a bad person, or to not make things worse. But you have to learn how to appease to this type of thinking. And the more you yelled, the more you got upset, the more you disagreed, the more you did any of these things, the worse it got. It just got worse and worse and worse. So after a while, you just learn how to agree with it.